Join, we're joined today by Howard Craze. I think we're approaching 1 o'clock now, ahead of the big game against Colchester. Howard, obviously the Wealdstone chairman. Howard, I spoke to Gordon this morning, I spoke to Leo this morning. Both are saying the same thing, that they're not excited. It's just another game. From your point of view, is that right?
Well, it is just another game, but it's a big game, isn't it? And it's the sort of game that you'll remember. We still remember the Rotherham game 6 years ago. That was a great day. And I think we're all in this for the great days. And, I think that what you see is that all the people who volunteer, all the people who get involved, it's days like today that you do it for. So, of course it's another game, 90 minutes, and who knows what will happen. But I just want us to give a good account on and off the field. Want Gordon to be professional, which he always will be. I'm sure he's a bit excited too.
I'm sure he is, and I bet he's had a big breakfast to fill himself up for what promises to be an eventful day. And in terms of yourself personally, I know you were up this morning very early. You did an interview on, I think, 5 Live. You've mentioned you spoke to Sky News as well. How busy has your week been in terms of the football club, and obviously mixing that with your personal life? It must have been a stressful week.
It's every week's busy with the football club. Unfortunately, this week we've had a number of people who have really stepped up, had the time to put into it. I've not as much time as I would like, and that's just unfortunate at the moment. But you come home, you're on emails, you're on phone calls during the day, as part of being involved with an organisation like this and in a week like this. But we've been lucky that people like Mark Winkworth and Fingers and Paul Rumans and others, and quite a number of others, Andrew Lane, Ali. I mean, you can't. Almost inevitably, will forget people. Alan Hill, just been spending hours on this, and I think we've done a pretty good job.
No, I'd agree with that, and I guess that's what's special about this club. Obviously, you hear a lot of people mention it's almost a family, Wealdstone Football Club, and we're obviously lucky to have all of those people on board. And in terms of the actual game today, how do you see it going?
When we played Brockenhurst. And I remember thinking, look, they're 3 levels below us, we should win. And we did. And Colchester are 3 levels above us, so they should win. But it's the FA Cup. And the difference between us and Brockenhurst is we're better. And, we've got good players. If they raise their game on the day and the weather hopefully, makes it a bit more of a leveller, who knows? They should win. Of course they should win. But it's the FA Cup. We saw last night with Salford, there's no guarantees.
Absolutely, and in terms of the increased media speculation this week, Gordon called it a media circus in many ways, because I know, we've had articles in the Mail, the BBC Football Focus have been down here today. Does that help the players, or do you think they won't be bothered about it?
I think, look, if you play at our level of the game, if you're involved at our level of the game, this is what you want. This is why, for all the players, they want to be there on the big occasion. It's great for the club, to have our name in lights. We should do it more often, but we do pretty well actually for a club at our level. We get a lot of media. See the Raider sort of stories as well. So we've just got to make the most of it and hope we're in the second round we get even more next time.
Of course, and I want to ask as well, because obviously FA Cup first round, first time we've been here in 6 years. I think last time we've had players like Marvin McCoy, obviously went on to play for Wickham in the pro game. Are there any players in our squad that you think will be looking at this as an opportunity to put themselves in the shop window? Not that we want to lose anyone, because I think we're building a good team on the quiet.
They should do, shouldn't they? Yeah. I mean, if they've got ambitions, they absolutely should do. And I think you play Conference South or National League South football. That for a player, it's a short step away from being in the programme, being back in the programme for a lot of them. And you look at some of them, that's where they want to be, definitely. For whatever reason, they're not there at the moment. You want to keep your good players. You want to build a team. But like we saw with Tom Pett and Jerome when they went to Stevenage, you never stand in a player's way. So I don't know, who might be next, but Gordon's got a great record of turning players into pros, and we'll keep trying to do that because it's good for attracting new players in the future as well.
And finally, I just want to ask, because obviously we started the season, and I know you and I had a chat as well, and I'm sure you've had a chat with a lot of people that form wasn't great. We lost, I think, 4 of the first 5. You said be patient. You were proved right again. So was Gordon. We've won 7 on the spin. If we win again today, it'll be the first time we've won 8 in a row since we last got to the FA Cup first round. So I just want you to leave us with a message for the supporters, really, ahead of what promises to be a great occasion for the club.
Look, we thought at the beginning of the season we had a stronger team. We were disappointed through various factors, and Gordon will talk about some of the factors we had no control over, how the season started and things weren't quite right. But like you always do in these situations, you roll your sleeves up. You do the things that have always got you to where you know that you know are the right things to do, and you don't panic. And that's the most important thing. You don't panic. Don't listen to all the people who are panicking around you, of which we have plenty. We're very focused. We believe. I certainly believe we've got a team which can do more than hold its own in National League South, and I think anyone at Ebbsfleet last week now will see that doesn't mean we're going to get in the playoffs, it doesn't mean we're going to win the league, it doesn't mean anything, it just means we've got a team that can compete, which is what we want to have. And I just want to see us give a really good account today. FA Cup, who knows what we can do. We're all up to not be out the cup tonight, but if we are, just give a good account of ourselves. But I hope it's this run and this confidence just carries on through the season. We've got the trophy, of course, and we have a good season like we ended up last year. Don't panic. It'll be, we'll keep doing the right things and we'll do all right.
Sure we will. Howard, thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Pleasure.
Best of luck today as well. Cheers.
Thank you.